All right, guys. So you're welcome to the live weekly market roundup. This is a weekly live trading session organized by 10 Trade, powered by 10 Trade. My name is Tobi Okunuga, and I'll be walking you through this session. All right. So it's going to be an amazing time together. We should be here for the next 45 minutes to 1 hour. And the goal of this webinar is to look at exactly what happened during the week. I'd like to get feedback from you as regarding how your trading week went. What sellers did you enter? If your week was profitable or not profitable. We'd like to dissect exactly what happened, okay? And possibly what you can do the following week to be profitable, all right? Also, we'll look at potential setups that's going to happen next week as well. And of course, if we have any questions at all about, your trading week this week, this is also a good time to ask. Solomon said your week was not profitable. Okay, Danny Fit also said my week is not fine. All right, so that means most of us on this live presentation didn't have a good week. All right, so let us start from Solomon. So what exactly happened this week? Do you want me to unmute you so you speak for 1 minute, 2 minutes, so that we can know exactly what possibly went wrong, and then we'll derive a lesson from that. Solomon, can you speak where you are? Are you in a quiet environment to speak? So I'm just going to go ahead and unmute you now. Solomon, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Hello, Toby. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let me just say I left trades open over the weekend, and then the SVP crisis that opened the gap Sunday night affected me.
Okay.
Terribly. I thought, even though I had
which pair were you trading?
Loss, I was trading EU USD and GBP USD.
And GBP USD. Okay.
I thought I had the short trades, but unfortunately, I missed the news, the events that was developing as at Friday evening, or maybe I just got comfortable that it has been resolved, only for me to see how the market opened on Sunday night, and it was a gap that took out my trades. I almost lost my funded account. So it was a very, very stressful week for me.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Let us go there. Okay, possibly this particular chart is not showing the gap. I wanted to show you. So were you on a buy entry or a sell entry?
I was on a sell entry on both pairs.
Whoa. Were you in
gap to the upside?
Yeah. Were you in the roundup session on last week Friday?
I was, but my intention was to close the trades in profit. But towards the end of the market suddenly changed, did not hit my take profits, and as at that time I was not on my trade. Okay. I thought it was so close to my take profit, it didn't take me out.
Wow.
It didn't take me out. As at the time I realized I could not close the trade manually anymore.
Wow. Okay. Because last week Friday I was also here, and then I made mention of the fact that price was still going to go up, right?
Yes.
Because on USD pairs, especially GBP USD, because there's a liquidity that needs to be grabbed. I started by talking about what we have going on this weekly chart. This is the weekly on GBP USD right here. We have some sort of double tops here. Okay, And what I said, our price is still in this range of supply over here. Okay, and then this is liquidity right here. So like I said on Friday, I feel that price is going to come up here, grab liquidity before possibly going back down. So that was what happened at market open. So price was trying to grab liquidity here. So there's still quite some bullish momentum in the market. All right, in the market so far. So I would say, okay, maybe on Sunday, let me go back to Sunday. When did market open? Somewhere here. At this particular point, hold on. All right, so over here was when the market opened, kind of. All right, so which was not a very, very good zone to enter sales, by the way. So I hope you learned from your lessons, Mr. Solomon. I hope you learned from the loss.
Lessons learned.
Lessons learned. Yeah, yeah. So that's why there are some prop firms that don't usually allow you all trades during the weekend. It's just because of this gap of a thing, So but like I said, what you need to do is just at every point in time, if you leave trades over the weekend, ensure that you are taking trades, that trade is in the direction, is in the momentum of the market. All right. At the point as at last week, Friday, the momentum was not a sell. Okay. I also made mention of this liquidity over here. There's a lot of liquidity over here that needs to be grabbed. This is a trend line liquidity here, classic liquidity. All right. So price will still clear out all of here. All right. So at market open on Monday, okay, it was bound for price to clear out these equal highs over here. So that was what happened. So price cleared the equal highs, okay, and then we saw a drop down. So if you leave your trades to the over the weekend, ensure that at your entry is with the momentum of the market. And I think the same thing also happened on AED USD as well. All right. So Mr. Solomon, don't worry. I mean, you would always recover your trades. Hope you use the right risk management. Hope you were not over leveraging on those trades and then you lost a lot of money.
No, I was not over leveraging. But,
Okay.
the thing with funded account is you just have a little space to work with, not exactly the entire account. So
yeah,
I just lost the little profit I was in, and I struggled to recover from that mental process.
yeah.
All through the week. I'm just getting over it right now.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I understand, but you just need to keep trading. Thank God that you took time off from Monday to now. It's very, very good you did that, because an average person will be trying to get back at the market and trying to recover the loss, trying to do revenge trading. But if you stayed out of the market, I think that's an amazing thing to do. All right. So next week is another week for you to get perfect setups. All right. So next week, I would say on AED USD, this is the 4-hour time frame. All right. So price is in a solid supply zone. So you can look for sell opportunities on AED USD. All right. Over here, what can we see? We can see equal highs already being taken out. This is liquidity that's been grabbed over here. Okay, so you can see grab of liquidity and price doing this. Now at market open on Monday, we might see price give us a new high, like so. But ultimately, inside this zone, if you are trading on intraday time frames, like 15 minutes or 5 minutes, right? You should see a very, very good sell setup in this zone. All right. So look out for sell setups on AUD USD, possibly on also GBP USD as well, as from Monday, Tuesday next week. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Solomon, for your inputs. Danny Fitz, you also said that a very bad week. So guys, welcome on board. Basi, Emmanuel, Glory, you're welcome. Godwin, Olusegun. So we're asking ourselves, did you have a profitable week this week, or you lost money? Okay, give me some feedback in the chat box, guys. Basi, if you traded this week, did you make money this week, or did you lose money? All right, so just type that in the chat box. Mr. Solomon, were you the one last week that you turned $1,000 to $3,000? Was that you? Just type in a yes or no in chat box. Somebody joined the session last week. Okay, sorry. It was only, I think it was a Bell Innocent. Yeah, so Danny Fit, I'm going to unmute you now so you share your experience with us. Emmanuel had a profitable week. Awesome. Danny Fit, speak.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Awesome.
Yeah, my week was not that fine at all.
Okay, what happened this
I
week?
was making profits. I will lose it. I will recover. I will lose it. Even today also, this week is not. My account has experienced serious problem this week. And starting from Monday, I actually saw some setup on Monday on AUD USD. I took it for itself, which I sold. I like going long and leaving the trade to make more pips. Before I know it, the market turned against me, take out all my profits. And when I came back to check my trade, I'm already in serious loss already. So I tried to make it back. I make it back only for this evening for me. The market to trace back, wipe all my profits away also. I actually have myself to be blamed because I saw it, but I was actually waiting for 7 o'clock because I love taking trade on 4 hours time frame.
Okay.
Waiting for 7 o'clock so that I'll be able to close my trade for the week. If I know the market just move backward and take out all my profits. So that's how my week went.
Okay, sorry about that. So what I recommend is because from what you've said so far, at every point in time, you had been in some amount of profit before price started reversing and took out your profits and maybe hit your stop loss, right?
Yeah.
So what I would recommend is you possibly need a trade management plan. All right. So maybe what you should be doing is at some certain times, you need to be possibly taking partial profits or moving your stop loss to break even. All right. As your trading strategy gives you room to do. All right. So based on your trading strategy, do you have a trade management plan for your trading strategies? Yes. So did price get to those levels during this week?
No.
Levels whereby you are supposed to maybe move your stop loss to break even?
Yes. Even it even went past it, but most time from experience, when I move my stop loss to break even, after the market will come, take my stop loss out, move backward to the same direction, and even there is one on AUD shelf, the market just like 10 pips to my take profits. I've covered about 100 and something pips, and the market, the gap at the opening of the week took me out, move back to my take profit, and it was not a good experience for me at all.
Yeah, I know. So I'll recommend that you optimize your trading system. All right. You cannot go wrong taking profits, no matter how little. When price is going when price is going your direction, at least when you are in possibly a 1-to-1 risk reward or 1-to-2, you want to move your stop loss to break even, regardless of if you think that price usually comes back to hit your stop loss. You need to manage your trades, all right, at every point in time. So that is on you. So find a way to implement that into your system, and then you would have less reasons to have these kind of experiences. All right. Emmanuel had a profitable week. Fantastic. Basi said, I made money but lost it in the next trade. Okay. So that means you had a break-even week, Basi. Glory said, yet to start trading. Okay, Glory is, so Glory, do you, so I take it you are just getting started with trading. Are you a beginner? Were you a part of the beginner sessions that Tentrade organized this week? Because every week we run 4-day beginner sessions that will help you, that'll give you a solid foundation of the forex market. So that'll give you a good start. And the next thing you want to be doing is, Glory, is to be joining sessions like this. All right, so every, sorry? All right, so every week, twice or 3 times a week, we hold live trading webinars, okay? And in those sessions, what you want to do is to come on live and then ask questions. You would also be learning trading strategies as well that you can use to take entry. We also have individual trading strategy webinars whereby you get to learn a particular trading strategy, all right? So you want to do your best, Glory, to always join the live sessions that we organize at Tentrade, because you will learn so much, okay? You will learn a whole lot. Temitope said, I don't come on, well done. Yes, welcome on board, Temitope. How are you doing? I hope you had a profitable week, Temitope. All right, so let's look at some things that happened this week. Why did price do what it did this week? And if you had entered certain zones, you would have got. So let's start from AED USD. So I was talking about this. So let me remove some things here, and then let's talk about AED USD, because it looks as if a number of us entered on AED USD. All right. So so this is the 4-hour time frame. So let's go to the weekly. Now, based on the weekly time frame, what do we have going on AED USD? Now, ultimately, on AED USD, price is in a downtrend, right? As you can see, price is creating lower lows, right? A major structure has not been broken yet, okay? To give us a higher high. This is the last lower high, okay? Has not been broken properly, all right? So price, so this is the swing high over here. And then we have a low over here. Okay, so price is bearish on AED USD. Glory said, this is the first time I'm joining the Zoom live session, but I've been following up the lessons on the WhatsApp group. I'm new to FX trading. All right, good. So Glory, I recommend that you join the proper beginner session. Okay, immerse yourself in that 4-day bootcamp. We have another session starting next week, Monday through Thursday. Okay, it's really help you. Okay, so price is bearish on AED USD on weekly. If you go to the 4 hours, okay, price is giving us lower lows like so. And what we saw this week, so at this point was, let me go to the beginning of the week, Monday. All right, so price was here, somewhere here when the market opened on Monday. Price was somewhere here. Okay, so now this was where price, this is, you can see March 10. March 10 is last week, Friday. Good. So, and looking at something like this, Glory, next beginners class is starting next week, Monday. Okay, next week, Monday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. So you'll also get the update on the WhatsApp group and Telegram groups that you belong to. So now when you have market structure like this, like I always say, the first thing you want to do when we're trying to identify the market, what's going on, is to understand market structure. Before you start figuring out how your strategy is going to align, okay, you want to first of all know the market structure. It's always the first point of call. It will help you filter out bad setups from good setups. All right. So over here, if you take the whole of this, so we have imbalance here. If you take all of this level here, imbalance is a concept that I'll teach possibly next week. But in essence, there are a lot of orders sitting here, okay, that has not been fulfilled. A lot of unmitigated orders here. So I have a candle. I have an indicator that helps me identify imbalance. It's called the imbalance indicator. All right, so it's a free indicator. So what you can also do, guys, is to take this weekend to study imbalance. All right, it will really help you know where price is going to get to. So now over here in this whole zone is a good time to start looking for sell opportunities. All right. And when price gets into this zone, like so, because we have imbalance here, a lot of unfulfilled sell orders, right? We are bound to see reaction somewhere here, like so. All right. So in this spot is a good zone to look for entry. Okay, in this whole zone here. So based on your entry strategy, right, you have good strike rates when you take entry over here. And for the purpose of this session, I'll just like to talk about some retail concept, like heads and shoulder. So recently I've been trying to simplify trading with supply and demand zones to people that join these sessions without going deep into smart money concept. Now, whenever you identify a supply zone and a demand zone, I want to recommend that. So this is a 4-hour supply zone that I've just identified. So now you're waiting for price to correct, what's it called? How to take entry using reversal patterns like heads and shoulders. Okay, so heads and shoulder is a reversal pattern that is also very, very profitable. Now, why is it very, very profitable? Because it is a reversal pattern, okay, in a reversal zone. Some amount of double confluence there. So I'm just going to skip this forward, and let us play it forward and see what price did here. So when price get into that zone, we'll now go to a lower time frame. Okay, we'll now go to a lower time frame, and then what do? We'll now look for heads and shoulder on a lower time. So price tapped into that zone briefly. Let's see if on the 15 minutes chart we can see a heads and shoulder pattern. All right. So when it comes to heads and shoulder, this is the way I'd like you to trade it. How many of us here knows how to trade heads and shoulder pattern? All right, type in a yes or no in the chat box. If you can trade heads and shoulder pattern, type yes. If you can't trade it, type no in the chat box. Okay. So Godwin can trade it, Danny Fit can, Timothy can't. So most of us cannot trade head and shoulder pattern. All right, so oops. So that's another class on its own. Unfortunately, I can't take that session tonight. I'll need like good 1 hour, okay, a good 1 hour to actually teach you head and shoulder pattern. But I'll just show you something real quick. So over here, price tapped into the zone. All right. So for head and shoulder pattern, simply let me just give you a rough schematic. All right. So price this head and shoulder. Okay, so this is the left shoulder. This is the right shoulder over here. And then this is the head over here. So you are looking for market structure or patterns of candlestick that looks like this. What to give you a left shoulder, a head, and right shoulder. And my recommendation is you want to take entry, okay, once price retraces. So you don't take entry using the Fibonacci. So you measure from, you take Fibonacci from the head to when price breaks this neckline here to here. So take your fields from here to here like so. So you can take entry anywhere from the 50%, that is 0.5 or 0.382 over here. In your case, this might be your 0.618, okay? But the way mine is set up, okay, 0.382. So you wait for price to retreat into this zone, okay, and then you take entry for a sell. You can exit at 1.272 or 1.618. Where will you put your stop loss? Your stop loss will be here. Okay, I use between 0.114 and the extreme over here. So let's see what price did in a nutshell. I can see that on 15 minutes, we can see a reversal pattern. Let me just show you that real quick. All right, so this is head. I can see a left shoulder here. I can see right shoulder here. This is the neckline. Okay, so I need price to break this zone here. So once price breaks the zone, I'll take my fibs from this top to the bottom where price is retracing. So let's see if price will retrace into this golden zone over here. So at this zone, I'll be taking my entry for a sell. So let's play that for real quick and see if price did that. Okay, it's not 100% anyways, but it's a good way to take entry. So price almost got to 50%, but retrace. All right, good. So price, let's do it. So as you can see over here, this is what price did. So price tapped into this zone right here. All right. So if I'm taking entry from 0.382, let me quickly do this. Let me bring up my, so if I take entry here, and I put my stop loss over here. Now, so this happened on Tuesday. Okay, so possibly a news event. And then you can see price giving me, okay, on this entry alone, right? Before price retrace, I have a risk reward ratio of 2.16. All right, but the ideal target that I'm willing to target is going to be somewhere around 1.272. So let's see if price will get there real quick. I did not enter this trade, all right, because I wasn't trading AUD/USD. I told them to, let me just show you the possibility of possibly, if you are taking entry on this guy, where would price have gotten to? Okay, would they have gone your way or gone against? Let me make this quick. All right, so look at price went against us. Let's see. All right, so you can see, so price eventually went a direction. All right, so I'll be teaching this particular strategy sometime next week. So you want to look forward to this session. and I'll be telling you how to manage your trades. All right. So rule of one is that you don't manage your trades, you don't move stop loss to break even if price has not gotten to this particular zone. All right. So over here was where, so if price has gotten here, for example, you would have managed your trades. Okay. But price went against you close to the ideal stop loss, okay, which is at this place, okay, and eventually price went your direction. All right. So, and all of that was because we're able to identify that price is in a weekly supply of 4 hours, and then on a lower time frame, like 15 minutes. What did we do? We are waiting for price to also give us a reversal pattern. Okay, it's as simple as that. And if price comes back into this zone again, we are going to be looking for sell opportunities. So let me do all of this, and then let's see if price will get back into this zone. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to draw out this supply over here. So if price should get back into the supply, we are still looking for sell opportunities on a lower time frame. So let me play this forward. All right, so price has gotten into the zone. Let's see if we're going to see a 15-minute heads and shoulder pattern form here. So we go to the 15 minutes time frame. All right. Let me show you this real quick. 15 minutes time frame. Okay. What can we see over here? Now, this is left shoulder. Okay, left shoulder. Okay, right shoulder here, head here, and then we have the right shoulder here. Okay, this week does not count because it's not a swing high. So we have a structure here. Okay, so once price breaks this zone, we are looking we'll now take our Fibonacci, take your feet from here to here. All right, you'll be taking entry from the 0.382, which is over here, like so. Okay, so we have taken entry here. All right, put your stop loss somewhere around here, and you target 1.272 or 1.61 into that price went your direction. So easily this week you would have made 1 to 3 or like 1 to 4 risk to reward easily on just this AED USD. So possible 2 setups on AED USD this week for a sell. If you are using this entry trading reversal patterns at the supply zone, you would have been taking entry with the momentum of the market. So this is why price dropped this week from here. It was because price was in a supply zone, and then we had a reversal pattern from here. All right, for people that trade double tops as well. Okay, this is also a pattern that formed. Okay, double top, I say classic double top. Okay, break of neckline, and then price went up. So what you want to start learning how to do is to trade from supply and demand zones. Okay, how many of us here know how to spot a supply zone and a demand zone in the market adequately? If you can spot supply and demand, type in yes in the chat box. I'm asking because I'd like to know the sessions that we should be having together. So we're going to be having special sessions together. So I know that most of us cannot trade heads and shoulder. So we are going to have a dedicated session where I'm going to teach heads and shoulder. All right. If we don't know, good. So Solomon cannot identify supply. So that means possibly would also set up a training on supply and demand. All right. But let me know if let me get more responses, guys. If you know how to trade supply and demand, type in yes. If you can't trade supply and demand, type in no. Okay, Godwin said still learning. All right, let me get our feedback, guys, so that I'll know if it's an important thing to speak to, the team about. Okay, Olusegun cannot trade it. So far so good. Just one person out of 4 responses can trade supply and demand. So that means possibly we also need to get that going. All right. So please look forward to all of these sessions. It's going to be posted on the 10 trade WhatsApp group. All right. It's possibly next week or the upper week. We're going to learn all of these things. All right. So last week we started by teaching ourselves market structure in my session. So next week, possibly I'll teach us the concept of liquidity, right? How to identify liquidity, right? And also supply and demand as well. So I think we should get to supply and demand next week. Okay. So that's what happened on AED USD, guys. Price is currently reacting to a supply. That means you want to be selling. So based on what we have on 4 hours here, price is in a supply zone, like so. Okay, like so. So if price still comes back into the zone, okay, you still want to be looking for sales. All right, let's check out what's going on GBP USD. So we have a lot of sell moves, sell setups that will happen on AED USD next week. Okay, so you want to set your trading alert. Okay, so over here, what do we have here? We have liquidity on GBP USD being grabbed. We have price reacting to this supply here. So this is Friday. Let's replay this at market open. Market open somewhere around here on Sunday. All right, good. So market open somewhere around here. Now, for most of us that were in the last Friday market overview, I strongly mentioned that you shouldn't be looking for sales here because of the liquidity that will be grabbed in this zone. Okay, so which was what price did. And I identified this zone. Okay, that when price get into this zone, you want to be looking for sell opportunities. So once price gets into this zone, we'll go to the 15-minute chart and get our entry. Okay, and I'd like you to, guys, take this weekend, before I teach you how to trade heads and shoulders properly, take this weekend to get an understanding or an idea of head and shoulder pattern. If you type it on Google, on YouTube rather, you find a lot of videos on heads and shoulders. Okay, so that will help you, that will give you a foundation. Okay, but there's some things that I'll show you that will set what you learn apart. So let's play this forward. This is a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so good. So price tapped into the supply zone over here. In that supply zone, okay, you are looking for sell setups. So let's go to 15 minutes chart, for example. And on this 15 minutes, what are we looking for? We are looking for what? Heads and shoulder pattern. Heads and shoulder pattern is a reversal pattern. Okay, is a reversal pattern. Is a pattern that will show when price wants to reverse. So if price wants to reverse from what's it called, from supply to demand, or from demand to supply, that pattern is going to form. Okay, so trying to play this forward. So let's see if that happened over here. All right, so this is, at this point was where price tapped into the zone. All right, and then we want to look for sell opportunities. All right, so this is what I'll do if I traded this pair. Okay, so I would consider this as my left shoulder. Okay, I'll consider this as the head, right? And I'll consider all of this here as the right shoulder, okay? Because your right shoulder must, the demand must intercept. So ultimately, what the price do, you'll be looking for price to break this left leg, this left shoulder over here, okay? So price broke it with this move here. So even if it's broken by the body of the candle or by the wick, it's valid for me. All right. So now you're looking for a retracement. So now you take your fibs from the head to this level where price are retracing from, and then you are taking entry from where? From 0.382 or from 0.5 or from 50% of fibs. So ideally, I take entry from 0.382. So we are taking entry over here, sell entry from here. Okay, stop loss is anywhere from 0.114 to 0. Okay, so let's keep our stop loss tight and then take profit. I did take profit is 1.272. So we have little 1 to 3 that you can use. So let's play for real quick. If price went against us or came to our direction, you can see easily price went your direction, went way, okay, below the session. So if you are trade or stop loss, you would have maximized this trade. All right. For me, when it comes to trading in the financial market, what you need to look out for is just lots of confluences, all right? Confluences. And confluences is, that secret sauce you need that'll help you increase your win rates, okay? So this is not a system that'll guarantee you 100% wins, but your strike rate will greatly increase, especially if you're looking for confluences, okay, in a supply or demand. All right, so you want to look for confluence that happens in a supply zone, okay, or demand zone. So in a supply zone, you're looking for sells. In a demand zone, you are looking for buys. And the first confluence, okay, that I look for. So based on this particular strategy now, the first confluence is for what? To identify the supply or demand. So in this case, the supply. The second confluence is to spot a reversal pattern, okay, which in this case is the head and shoulder pattern, okay? The third confluence is to use Fibonacci and then taking entry at strong reversal areas. Now, if you study Fibonacci properly, there's what you will learn. It's called the golden zone. The golden zone is from 0.5 to 0.382. Okay, so I take entry at that golden zone, which is a reversal area, and then I put my stop loss above those zones. So three confluences, okay, before taking this trade. Okay, that's what is giving us this high win rate. You can see that so far so good. If you are trading with this particular strategy and then you took entry on AUD, USD, and GU this week, you would have had 100% win rates this week. You would have taken 3 trades and then won all 3 trades. And the good thing about trading this way is that all of your entry is going to be pending orders. So you won't have to be sitting in front of your chart to take entry, right? They are all going to be pending orders, and then you'd have stop losses. You can actually take a risk-based trade and do your risk management properly. All right, so my major joy is that every one of us here would learn how to spot supply and demand. And then I'm going to teach us sometime next week. A lot of fantastic setups happened this week, guys. All right, so if you go to USD card as well, Okay, USD card. What do you have on USD card? So USD card over here on the 4 hours. Let's replay this. So to on Sunday. So markets open somewhere around here. Hold on. Somewhere around here. Yeah. So this is market open. All right. So, and when markets open, what the price, let's play that forward. Okay. So as you can see, this is a bullish trade, right? This is an uptrend. Price giving you an uptrend. Once price reversed over here, right, you'll be looking for possible buys in this zone. Okay, but let's see if that particular zone obeyed demand, if the demand zone was valid. So in this zone now, over here, because it's a demand zone, what do we do in a demand zone? We are looking for possible buy opportunities in a demand zone. So in this case, I'm going to go to the 15 minutes time frame and look for a buy order, a reversal pattern for a buy. So let's see if we're going to find that on 15 minutes. Okay, so this is what we have here. So over here, we do not, according to my parameters for heads and shoulder, I can't see any heads and shoulder here. So what we have here possibly is a W pattern, double bottom, but I don't trade double bottom, so I wouldn't have taken entry on this trade. But for people that trade double bottoms, right, they would have gotten in on this trade either somewhere here after they see this weak rejection over here, or they wait for price to break this neckline here and they retrace and they take entry. So those are trade double bottoms. Double pattern would have had an amazing time somewhere here. Okay, but this is still Friday, 10th of March. So we're looking for what happened at open on Sunday. So let's play this back. Let's play it forward. So what did price do in a nutshell? So eventually price broke the zone. So this reversal pattern was violated and price is giving us a possibility of an order flow shift over here. So let's go back to our higher time frame. So this demand zone over here is no longer holding over here. So what it means is that possibly the order flow wants to shift from bullish to bearish. All right, so if this order flow is going to shift from bullish to bearish, then we're expecting price to retrace into a supply. All right, so price has given you this structure. So price is now trending downwards like so. All right, we have this. Okay, we have a break of this higher low, a break of this higher low here. So price is currently bearish with this movement here. So if you know that price is bearish, you want to wait for price to retrace into a supply. So over here, the supply zone, we can see imbalance here. That means there's a lot of unfulfilled orders somewhere here. So you're waiting for price to retrace into the zone. Once price gets here, you want to look for your sell opportunities. All right. So let's play that forward and see what price did at the start of the market. I'm gonna go. Okay, so let's play that forward real quick. Let's see. Good. Oops, that was fast. So let me come here. So price start into this zone on 4 hours. This happened on Monday. London session on Monday. This happened. So let's go to 15 minutes time frame and see if over here on 15 minutes we are going to see a head and shoulder pattern. So let me make this big over here. Can we see a head and shoulder pattern here? All right. For my head to be my head, the body of the candle has to close above the previous high. This is the previous high. All right. So this is my what's it called? So I'll say this is my left shoulder. Okay, this is my right shoulder. So over here, this is my head rather, head, left shoulder. And for price to be my right shoulder, this demand zone has to push price. Okay, I must see a reaction. Okay, over here. So we can see this reaction here. Let's see. So this break happened over here. Let me see if price is going to retrace into the zone, and then we'll take entry for a sell. Let's see. So let's put fibs here from here to here. So if price retrace into the zone, take entry for a sell. Okay, let's see if that will happen. All right, good. So as you can see, what happened over here, this is where it started from over here. Let me remove this. So you can see at the break of the neckline over here, this move, price tapped. You can see this tap, okay, into the golden zone, the 50% and 0.318. You can see, so we would have taken easy entry at 0.31382 here. Okay, put your stop loss over here, and then you want to take entry at least take exit rather at 0.1.272 or 1.618. Okay, so if you play this forward, the price get to that zone, good. You can see price got to that zone and it went beyond. All right, so what I also teach you when I teach you about head and shoulder is Fibonacci retracements properly. Now, there is a way that I arrived at these extension numbers here. For those that know about Fibonacci, and extension numbers are your take profit zones. And the zone that you use as your take profits will depend on where price retraced to. All right, so I'll go deep into that when I teach you how to use Fibonacci properly. All right, so if price retraced from 0.382, right, of course, I think price has to come to 2.618. Okay, so over here, price should start retracing like so. All right. Okay, so that's what happened on USD card, guys. That's what price retraced. Price got to a supply zone on USD card. And if you went to the 15 minutes, we saw a reversal pattern form. All right, so let me give you guys 2 assignments this weekend. Just 2 assignments. I need you to study something this weekend, so that next time that we meet, we can have a good time together. This weekend, I want you to learn about supply and demand. And I need you to also learn about heads and shoulder pattern, okay? And then also learn about Fibonacci retracements and extensions. So you can take a screenshot of these assignments. Guys, only people that do these assignments during the weekend are going to grow. Okay. Some will even do the assignments tonight. Some will not sleep this night until they watch videos on this. So when you go to YouTube or go to Google, you find a lot of information on this. Now, you are not learning to, I'm still going to teach everybody here as a show off for the webinars. I'll teach everybody here these things, how I trade it. But you would be able to follow along better if you've already you already have some sort of foundations of this concept. You will understand a lot better. So go to YouTube, watch this watch videos on supply and demand, get introduced to the concept properly, so that when I'm teaching you, it will be very, very easy for you to grasp exactly how to trade it effectively. Gordon is asking me a private message. For supply and demand, can you suggest where and from you can learn it from? Okay. Like I said, I'll still teach everybody here, but just go to YouTube. All right. Okay, so let me recommend some channels that you can learn from just for the purpose of learning it. All right. Because I also don't want to, because one of the major traps that we as forex traders can get into is trying to learn from a lot of educators at the same time. So I'm doing my best not to make you get lost in that, at that stage. But search for videos on, let's say, okay, Vaga FX, and then also learn from, if you can see, okay, phantom trading. Photon trading. All right. All right, so try out these guys on YouTube. And what you want to learn is these three concepts. So on these particular channels, you might not find any content at all about heads and shoulder and Fibonacci, but definitely you'll find content about supply and demand in either of these channels. But for heads and shoulder pattern and Fibonacci, just do a random search, right? You can learn it properly. Okay. For this, I think this guy has a good training on heads and shoulder and Fibonacci. Search for J Take Profit. J Take Profit. Okay. So that'll really help you take profit. Okay, so let us round up this session with possible markups for the next trading week. All right, so I recommend you guys take a screenshot of this so that you know exactly what you're learning before our next session. All right, so I've gone through 3 currency pairs this night. We've gone through AUD USD, GBP USD, and USD CAD. And what I've successfully done, it was to show you why price retraced or why price moved at those particular zones. Okay, it was because price was at a supply zone. That was why price was selling. Okay, so let's check out a few 1 or 2 pairs. So give me 1 or 2 pairs, guys. Which pair are you looking at trading next week? Let me just find 1 or 2 pairs, and then we'll just spot a zone to trade from next week. We've already spotted a zone on AED USD. So on AED USD next week, I said price possibly is going to still retrace into this supply here. All right. Once price retraces here, you want to be looking for sell opportunities over here, like so. Okay, that is for AED USD. And for GBP USD, okay, it's also something very, very similar. When you go to the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? All right, price is still reacting to this block of supply here. So what might have happened on GU next week is that price will take out this double top here, like so. Okay, this is liquidity here that needs to be taken out. So on Monday, Tuesday, price will go up like so to take out people's stop losses here. So price will go up a bit, And when price goes up, after it has grabbed liquidity, we want to look for sells. So now you have two setups on AUD/USD and GBP/USD. Price is at a supply zone, but you want to wait for price to grab liquidity first before you look for setups. Okay, so we have 2 gold and 1 euro. So let's check out gold real quick. Okay, so what's going on gold? All right, so, oops. So gold is giving us a bullish market. Let's check out what's going on a higher time frame. What's going on gold on weekly? Okay, so price is giving us, price is bullish, guys, on gold. Hold on, let me confirm what's going on the higher time frame. Give me a second. All right, so we have a high. All right, so price is bullish on gold. As you can see over here, we have this high has just been taken out like so. So in a bullish environment, ideally, you want to be looking for buy opportunities, right? I must also notice that once price breaks, let me make this bigger here. So if price breaks this high, so we have a break of structure. The expectation is that after a high has been created, we should expect some form of retracement, right? So, and you can see price is aligning with, if you look to your left-hand side, we have a supply zone over here, all right? So that means the retracement on gold is imminent. It's going to happen sometime later. Price should retrace back into this zone, ideally. So if this retracement should happen somewhere here, price will come back into this zone to possibly continue that bullish move. All right. So that means over here now, we should be careful and look for a good sell opportunity. But this is the weekly time frame. Except you are a position trader, that's when you want to be selling on weekly. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and find a possible selling scenario. All right, so on the 4-hour time frame now, price is still very much bullish. You don't want to be selling at all. Even when you go to the 15 minutes, you don't want to be selling yet. Price is still very, very much bullish. So on gold right now, I would wait for more data. Okay, right now, I don't know what to do with gold right now. Okay, if you sell, it might keep going up. If you buy, it might sell. So there is no clear, the only market structure right now on gold is bullish, right? You should not be selling gold right now. And if you buy gold, right, you should buy at a demand level, okay? On the 4-hour demand level that we have this demand level over here. This is a demand level. This is another demand level. And those demand levels are a product of the imbalance that we can see, all right? So if you are buying gold, because of the market structure, you look for price to retrace into the zone, you buy, okay? Or look for price to retrace into the zone and then you buy. Someone asking me a question. Shekun is asking, what are the yellow candlesticks? The yellow candlesticks are imbalance. It's an indicator called imbalance. Okay, imbalance simply tells me zones in the markets where the market makers have unfulfilled orders. So it also helps me to validate a demand zone and a supply zone imbalance. So you can also do your own due diligence and study imbalance this weekend. Okay, even though I'll see also teach us in time. All right, so there's so much to teach, guys. Unfortunately, I can't teach everything in these live overview sessions. That's why I like to give assignments. And when I'm scheduled to teach these things, I'll teach you everything as you should know. All right. So for gold, I don't have anything for you. Temitokwe. Okay, so you wait for price to retrace here before you buy. So let's check out Euro USD real quick. Because of time, we have Euro USD here. So this should be similar to what we have going on GBP USD. So if you go to the 4 hours, what do we have going on? All right, let me go to the weekly time frame for Euro USD. Let's check out. So good. We have bearish order flow. Price is reacting to this supply here. Okay. So if we go to the 4 hours, what's going on the 4 hours? All right, we have a bearish move like so. Okay, and then price is taking out new highs. Okay. So let me go to the daily. To get an ideal zone you should be trading from, all right, what can we see here? I can see some level of liquidity here. And I'm also seeing on daily, if you check out daily very well on Euro USD, okay, you can see price giving us bullish bearish order flow, price going down, price is creating lower lows like so. And then what did price do? Price broke this lower high. You can see this break, you can see the retracement. When you see something like this happen, like so, that means price about to shift order flow from bearish to bullish. So right now on the daily, we have a bullish order flow in play. All right, so price should still go way up. All right, so the expectation right now on Euro USD based on daily is that I see price taking out, let me delete all of this. I see price taking out this liquidity here. All right, so of course over here we have liquidity, all right, and I see price coming into this order block here. All right, so because of this bullish order flow here, so I see price coming into the zone, all right, before possibly retracing, giving us a low. And at that point, price will have also taken out, okay, this liquidity. All right, so price will react here. So on Euro USD, based on daily right now, we should be looking for buy opportunities. So if you go to a lower time frame, like 4 hour time frame, all right, so on the 4 hours, we want to look for buy setups. All right, so we can see internal structure here, a bit of internal structure here like so. You can see this internal structure, impulse, correction, impulse, okay, correction. So once price breaks this high properly, so this should happen sometime Monday or Tuesday properly. So you want price to break this zone properly. You want the body of the candle to close above this zone, okay? So if price should do this, we see a candle close above the zone. Now you want to wait for price to retrace into this demand zone. All right, so when this happens, you look for buy opportunities here. All right, that is to continue that demand momentum. You want price to retrace into this internal. So this is internal structure or minor structure over here. All right, so once price retraces into this minor structure demand, you look for buy opportunities here. So this should happen on Tuesday maximum. Price will retrace. So price will retrace here on Tuesday, and that will infuse into the markets the necessary strength. Okay. So let's check out the last setup asked by Godwin Tanko, Euro JPY. So this is set up for Euro USD, Mr. Solomon Musa. This is what I would do. Okay. Now, Euro JPY, Godwin Tanko. I think I have it on my checklist. All right. There was a serious drop on Euro JPY. Okay. That was also due to a supply zone on the weekly time frame. Euro JPY. How many of us entered Euro JPY this week? All right. How many of us entered this move here? Okay, serious move. How many pips? I think over 300 pips. Okay, price dropped down almost 600 pips on Euro JPY. Who catch this move? Who catch the move this week? Anybody? Who catch Euro JPY this week? Anybody? Okay, amazing trade, by the way. Amazing trade. So let me show you why this trade happened before I talk about that. So nobody catched it. Let me show you something. So Euro JPY on weekly time frame. Okay, what can we see on weekly? Minor structure. So price. So this is a weekly time frame. All right, price is giving us higher highs like so. Which color is deep enough? Sorry, guys. Price giving us higher highs like so. Okay. Minor structure here. And ultimately this. So, and then we're having this small internal structure here. That is impulse, correction, impulse like so. Okay. And then what did price do? Price retraced into this supply. Okay, we can see the retracement happen over here. All right. And when you come over here, when you check out the 4-hour time frame in this zone, all right, you will see bearish order flow, and you would also see a heads and shoulder pattern form here. Let's check it out together real quick before we check out. So over here, now this we are selling because of this minor structure point of interest here. Price is in a supply. Okay. So over here, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, we can easily spot a heads and shoulder. Okay. Okay, we have used this. This should have been, but don't let's go into that. All right. But what we have here is very, very simple anyway. All right. If you are taking this, price is giving us lower lows like so. Okay. Standard trend trading. Okay. And then price retraced into this supply here. Okay. Supply zone here. And price started dropping at this supply on Wednesday. Okay. During the London session on Wednesday. Okay. We have started taking entry here. So if you are going to a lower time frame, you would have seen a reversal pattern form here. All right, which can be heads and shoulder or double top. Let's go to 15-minute charts. We'll always see a reversal pattern form as a supply or demand zone. Sorry. All right, so what we have here easily, you can see this double top here like so. Okay, like so. If you are gone to a lower time frame, like 5 minutes, it would have been a bit clearer. The double top. If you go to 5 minutes chart, okay, you see the double top very, very clearly. Hold on. Yeah, you can see. Okay, double top like so. Okay, you have entered at the break or the retest of the neckline, and then you sell. And all of that was made possible because on the 4-hour time frame, price was acting as an area of supply. So the thing you need to learn, guys, is to know the zones you are meant to be trading from. Once you know the zones you should be trading from, it's now a question of entry. Okay, what also qualified this zone as a good supply zone was because of this imbalance candle here. All right. When it comes to imbalance, that means there are a lot of unfulfilled orders here. Okay, that needs to be taken. All right. So that's why price would always come to an imbalance, and then you always see reaction. Okay, when done correctly. And then price also took out this equal high liquidity. Sure. So that's why price dropped like crazy. So moving on into the following week, where should we see price react this week? Next week, rather. Okay, so based on current market structure, this is the 4-hour time frame. All right. So my recommendation is if you can wait, okay, just wait for price to retrace into the zone. Okay, price will still come back here. Okay, so wait for price to come back into the zone. Okay, and once price gets back into the zone on 15 minutes charts or 5 minutes, you are looking for your entry strategy in this zone right here. Okay, so another thing that you can look out for is if you want to enter the counter trend move that will take price into the zone. Already, price has already started doing that. You can see on the 4 hours, price giving us a low, okay, a lower high, lower low, like so. Price has broken. Let me make this bigger. Okay, price has broken the lower high, like so. Okay, price broke this lower high, and then we have a retracement. And price is retracing into a demand, like so. Okay, so the demand should be in control. So if this demand zone is valid, okay, price needs to go and stop at a supply. The next supply is over here. Okay, so if this demand is a true demand zone, then it should push price up here. So over here now, you want to start looking for buy opportunities. So if you go to your lower time frame over here, like 15 minutes, let's go there. So you're looking for buy opportunities on the 15-minute time frame. All right. So over here, we can already see a reversal pattern form. All right, this is a double bottom form, like so. Okay, price is currently retracing. All right, so a possible entry that might happen on Monday on EuroJPY. So possibly at the start of the Asian session, because this is JPY, at the start of Asian session on Monday morning, right? We might see price take out this low here. So price might drop further a bit and then kick off from there, possibly. All right, that is one possible entry. And if I am also looking at it from the perspective of heads and shoulder, I can infer, hold on, I can infer that price will do something like this. Hold on, give me a second. So I can say this is my, I can say, okay, my setup is not complete yet for a head and shoulder. So what we have, because I don't have a valid right shoulder yet. Okay, but based on W pattern, all right, this is a valid entry. For those that trade double bottom, right? Possibly if you use your fibs to measure from here to here, right? I'll recommend, if you are trading double bottoms, I recommend you take entry at least at 0.236. Don't take entry at 0.382 or your 0.618 because we have liquidity here, okay, that's possibly will be grabbed over here like so. Okay, so over here is a good spot to buy. So what you can do as from tonight is to just set a buy limit. Set a buy limit here. I recommend here, set a buy limit at this zone. You can have a tight stop loss, 20 pip stop loss, and then you're going to target possibly 1.27 to 1.618. So 1 to 7 risk to reward. So this can be your only trade for next week, and then you are possibly in profit. Of course, enter this trade with the right risk parameter, right? Not every trade is profitable. Okay. But this is a good trade to enter, by the way, because price is in a demand zone, and then we are seeing a reversal pattern over here. This is a double bottom, okay? And then you are entering at when price takes liquidity based on retracement. So you can set a buy limit at 140.348. Okay, buy limit at 140.318. And then you can put your stop loss, okay, at 140.154. Your stop loss will be below this low here. So you can be generous or tight based on how you want to do your thing. Okay. All right. Any questions, guys? Let me know if you got value in tonight's session. Type in value if you learned something new in this session. Okay, if the market made a bit more sense to you, what happened this week? Type in value in the chat box. Awesome. Shegun said value, Tim Tucker said value. Who has got value tonight? Solomon got value. Perfect. All right, perfect. All right. Godwin said 2 month value. Fantastic. All right, glad we're able to relate to it, everything going on. So the markets will make sense to you once you have a structure in place. And that structure must be a structure of confluence. Okay, have sets of confluence, okay, that must be met before you take entry. And then you want to, what's it called? I really recommend that you learn supply and demand. It will change the game for you, okay? It really help you take very, very good trades, okay? So guys, I'll see everybody on the next webinar. I'll be taking the beginners class next week as well, and also some sessions. All right, so I look forward to everybody having a successful trading week. I'm looking forward to a time that's one I do weekly overlook like this. Everybody will be sharing their testimonies that they had a successful week. All right, successful week. All right, so guys, I wish us all the very best. Let's have a remarkable weekend. Please stay safe in tomorrow's election.